illegals, foreigners, wetbacks. I say wetbacks because of the sweat. They're no longer oppressed, but they stay working slave shifts to give because they know what it's like to not have. Giving over 100 to only get half. When they lose their strength, they kneel down and they pray while the privileged complain.
Let Your Life Speak is a chance for students to share their transformative narratives on a larger stage. So I've been listening to these stories for the past 12 years and always wondered, as I'm sitting in my classroom grading, is there a larger venue that I could give a voice to the students that are sharing all this amazing life work that they've been doing?
I was 20 years old when I decided to join the Army as a tank mechanic. So 2 months go by, and I'm working on a vehicle when all of a sudden there was a massive explosion across the base. As I turned to look at what caused it, I seen an enormous mushroom cloud, and I could see people in the background screaming. I got back to Germany, and my battle buddies and I celebrated our survival by drinking and partying every weekend. And a couple weeks go by, and then I start to experience nightmares. I thought this was very odd because, well, I wasn't experiencing nightmares during my deployment. Why is it now that I'm in a safe environment, now I'm starting to experience these nightmares?
We get the raw content, so we say, bring us your story and we'll package it for the stage. And so when we first see them, they bring an idea or a story, and it's kind of all over the place in many different ways. There are always good gems or themes that we're kind of pulling out, and then we watch them grow. And there's a lot of emotional work because we ask, would you feel comfortable sharing this? How deep do you want to go? How much detail with really something personal? So we kind of navigate and create a really cool bond, which allows me to do more mentoring than I normally do inside of a classroom.
One of the things, the value that Adobe has is we want to make sure that we're involved, that we're innovative, that we're driving exceptional talent within our communities. And so we reach out and try to do our best to contribute and give back.
Everything changed about my life, everything. This was the defining moment that changed my life forever. The fact that my mom killed herself made me feel like there's something wrong with me or I did something wrong. Like, how could she make this decision to leave? These last 8 years have been a really tough journey, full of ups and downs that have almost completely broken me. But I've been able to grow through every experience and become stronger. The legend of the Phoenix tells of a magnificent bird that dies by bursting into flames and then rises from the ashes. The ultimate transformation. I decided to get a phoenix tattoo to cover my forearm of my scars so that I can look down and see something beautiful out of the pain that I created.
Everyone has a story. Not everyone's the same. Like, everyone has something that's unique about them, or something that they've grown with, or something that is making them stronger every day.
These stories really are illustrating how any of us can begin one place and determine the history or the lineage that we want to leave behind, and we can overcome the most challenging circumstances to rise above them.
I was born on the east side of San Jose with an identical twin brother named Robert. We were born in a notably gang-infested neighborhood. And as he became more susceptible to peer pressure, he started experimenting with things like drugs, alcohol, which led to him being misused and misled into doing things that went against his nature, like committing robberies. And with my inability to cope and identify and manage all of my emotions, I turned to drugs too. I became worse than my brother ever was. And all in a matter of a year, I caught an accumulation of cases. The night before my final court date, I remember staring out my cell, looking at downtown city. just staring in my city, just looking out, and I could just feel the freedom. I remember sitting down, and all my family were behind me, all my family and friends, and they were all crying, hopeless. The DA came storming out the room. My lawyer followed him. My lawyer said the most powerful words I'll ever hear in my life. He said she's gonna give you a second chance.
I hope that it inspires them that everyone has a story to tell. It's just taking time to listen is really, really powerful. When you hear people's stories, my goal, the overarching goal, is that it creates more tolerance on many, many different levels, respect and empathy.